Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about the Hu Tao banner which is coming up and whether you should be pulling for a C1 Hu Tao or if you should be pulling for the Staff of Homa. So first of all, let me just show you my Hu Tao. This is on the Chinese server, so that's why you can see the KFC wings in case you guys are wondering. But as you can see here on my stats, I have 61.8% crit rate and 215% crit damage. Now a lot of this crit damage actually comes from the weapon itself of Staff of Homa because it gives me 66.2% critical damage, which is quite a big deal. And of course we can't forget about the special ability of this weapon, and that is the more HP you have, the more damage it gives you, which is really nice. So I've had Hu Tao as well as the Staff of Homa ever since she came out, or whenever her first banner was. However, I was not able to get a Constellation 1. So I was playing Hu Tao with no Constellation, however I did have the Staff of Homa. Now if I could rewind time, would I pick up C1 Hu Tao over the Staff of Homa, or do I think Staff of Homa is better? In my personal opinion, I think C1 Hu Tao is better than Staff of Homa. The reason I say this is because of stamina problems. As you can see in the B-roll, I'm constantly out of stamina because of those charge attacks. Whenever I use my E, I do charge attacks because there is no internal cooldown, so I'm able to proc reactions constantly. And you may also notice that I always have Xingqiu's Q activated, because if you don't have Xingqiu's Q activated and you're just using regular charge attacks and you're not doing vaporize damage, your DPS is significantly lower. So I hit on average like 8,000 damage if I'm using a regular attack. However, if I do get a vape, it's like 12,000, 18,000. It's a lot more damage and it makes Hu Tao feel super duper OP. So basically there's two conditions. One, you're going to need a Xingqiu or someone that can apply wet onto the enemy. That way you can cause vaporize damage, and that is what makes Hu Tao so strong, is because she has no internal cooldown in her charge attack. However, it only applies to her charge attack, which means that you're going to need the stamina. The nice thing about Constellation 1 of Hu Tao is it removes the stamina consumption whenever you use a charge attack when your E is active. So basically it alleviates all of your stamina problems. The issue that I've had is my team composition has Keqing. So Keqing also uses charge attacks. So Hu Tao is not going to be on the field 24/7. Mainly because she uses her E, she does a bunch of charge attacks, and then when the E is on cooldown, you switch her off. You use your other support characters, and then once her E is back up, then you switch her back onto the field. So she does have a couple seconds of downtime. So the issue that I've had for the longest time is, what do I do during that downtime? And I've just used Keqing as a band-aid solution because she's also a DPS character and I got her, so I was like, you know what, fine, I'm gonna use my Keqing. But the issue that I have now is I never have stamina. As you can see in the B-roll, I am auto attacking with Keqing, which is probably not the best idea. You really want to use her charge attacks as well, but the issue is I have no more stamina, right? I need to wait for the stamina to recharge so that when I can switch back to Hu Tao, I have my stamina so that I can continue to do my charge attacks. And this is a huge problem because I don't have C1 Hu Tao. So in my personal opinion, I would go for the C1 Hu Tao over the Staff of Homa, but this is because I really enjoy playing Hu Tao as a character. However, if you play other characters, the Staff of Homa is a very flexible weapon. You can use it on Zhongli. If you give Zhongli the Staff of Homa, he's going to have unlimited HP because the weapon gives you plus 20% more HP, and he's going to deal a buttload of damage, and it's just really strong. So the Staff of Homa is a flexible weapon that can be used on many polearm users. So if you have a lot of polearm users, then maybe Staff of Homa might be a better choice over C1 Hu Tao. However, if you are a big fan of Hu Tao and you just want to play Hu Tao and you want to main her, then I would definitely go for the C1 because it just makes her gameplay so much more fun. I was able to play C1 Hu Tao with the new event, where we went into that domain thing with Child and Xingyan, and it was game changing, being able to just charge attack constantly forever and ever. Whenever my E was up, I didn't have to worry about when I switched off to other characters that, oh, I need to save my stamina because if I don't, Hu Tao won't be able to do big PP damage, and it just alleviated a lot of issues. It made the gameplay a lot more smoother, a lot more fun for me. However, as I said earlier, if you plan to play other characters and you have a lot of polearm users, mainly if you have Zhongli, then Staff of Homa might not be a bad decision. It just really depends on what you want on your account and what fits your playstyle the most. Now, if you're a dolphin or if you're just a free-to-play player who saved up a ton of primogems for this banner, what should you go for first? Again, if you are a big fan of the Hu Tao playstyle and you like Hu Tao as a character, go for C1 Hu Tao first and then gamble the weapon banner and pray that you get the Staff of Homa. That would be what I would do. However, if you are a low spender or you're just fully free to play and you don't have Hu Tao but you really like the character, it's perfectly fine to pull a C0 Hu Tao, but I would really aim for that C1 if you can over the Staff of Homa, because Hu Tao's playstyle is just so much better with C1. It just feels so much better. And for your selection of weapons, there are so many other options over the Staff of Homa. Obviously, they're going to be weaker than Staff of Homa. You're not going to be one-shotting enemies hitting millions of damage, but you're going to have a very good time if you manage to get C1 Hu Tao, because you're just zooming around the place and you're just blowing everything up and it's just super duper fun, alright? But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the res.